Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Midweekly. I'm Pastor Susan Diamond, lead pastor of Florence Christian Church in Florence, Kentucky. And we want to welcome you to this midweek time together where we just are kind of reflecting on what's going on in our lives and thinking about how it intersects with our faith. And today I want to introduce you. You're seeing now, I have someone with me today, and we are dressed a little differently than we normally are. We're in our PJs. This is Kennedy Fuqua. And Kennedy, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, I know you're on spring break. And
yes.
So I want to ask you why you're here on spring break.
So I'm a sophomore at UK and studying broadcast journalism and theater. And I am on spring break, and I wanted to come see my grandparents, and they live in Alabama. But we decided to meet up here, and thank you to Susan for housing us. But it's been fun so far.
Yeah, I have known this family for 35 years, and Ed and Mary Pat are still upstairs asleep. But we're up early, and then they're here together, and it's a wonderful time. We're so glad that they could be at the Diamond Inn.
Yay.
And you notice that we are wearing our PJs this morning because part of it is because we want to kind of think about our bodies and who we are without all of the makeup and all of the things that we do to try to make ourselves look presentable and perfect. And so I want to thank you for being willing to kind of just come as you are. But again, the thing that's really cool is here is a very rising star and a young person, and here's somebody who's not so young, and we look different, but in our lives we have things that are changing constantly. And actually Kennedy has been through a change. Tell us what's happened in your life and in your body.
So I just had double jaw surgery because I had idiopathic condylar resorption. Yeah,
Wow.
ICR, which means that this joint in my jaw back here progressively gets smaller, and it was very painful and very rare disease. So we always knew I was unique, but I had double jaw surgery, and they broke my top and bottom jaw, realigned it, moved it forward, and I think also they fixed my sinuses.
Oh, good.
Apparently I had sinus problems, but yeah, it was a big change. It's a 6-month recovery. Yesterday was month 3.
Month 3.
Wow. So I'm still pretty swollen in here, and I don't have any feeling in my bottom lip or this little chin area, but it's slowly coming back.
And so they predict that you will be getting all of that feeling back and everything. I know I had surgery last year, and I'm in my hip. I had a hip replacement, and I'm still feeling the body waking up, in some ways. It is weird.
The body's amazing.
The body is amazing. And so one of the things that I wanted to ask you about, because one of our themes this week in worship is going to be, there are all kinds of medicines, to help us when we're going through those kinds of difficulties in our lives. So what have you been finding helpful as some of the medicines that you experience, in addition to the prescriptions, maybe?
Yeah. Well, of course, I was on a lot of prescription medicine for jaw surgery because, man, that's invasive surgery. But I have found that laughter, everyone says laughter is the best medicine. Genuinely, it is.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to do a whole lot of it because if I laugh too much, it will pull something in my jaw. But I always, my parents made fun of me because I would laugh. I couldn't move my face. I was like,
It served you well.
But it served me well.
Yeah.
Yes. I always said laughter is the best medicine. And I kept finding joy in the small things so that I could keep getting better.
Yes.
It's such a, of course, physical recovery.
Right.
But it's been more mental for me.
Yeah.
Because I'll look in the mirror and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so swollen. I look so different. This is so, my body is just so much different than it was before.
Yes.
And it is so, it's, weird. But I've had to find ways to, laugh at it and find ways to find joy in it. And so that has been very, very helpful.
And I'm sure, too, that people in your life have helped with that.
Absolutely.
To create that laughter, create joy, those kinds of things.
And being with people has been the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It was over winter break, and so I was at home, like not doing anything. And I had people come, oh my gosh, this is really sweet.
Yeah.
I had people come visit me in the hospital, and that was like the biggest thing ever for me. I was so happy to see everyone. And when I was just at home, like people, like my roommate would come over, my boyfriend would come over to take care of me.
So wonderful.
People would come over, and we have a tradition every year where we go and watch the movie White Christmas.
Yes.
With
me too.
Do you really?
Yes.
It's my favorite Christmas
Mine
movie.
too.
Oh my god, this is perfect. But we have a tradition where we go watch it with some family friends every year. The last thing I said before I went into surgery, I heard, is I'm going to be at White Christmas night. And I was. And I think that was such a huge thing for me.
Yes.
Because if I did not go to that White Christmas night with all of my family friends, I think I would have been so sad, and it would have stunted my recovery.
Yeah.
So being with people was a huge thing.
That was right after your surgery too.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good for you. Good
That was
for
a
you.
week maybe after.
Yeah.
So I was like sitting on the couch with like a bib and a syringe, and I was ready to watch the movie.
Yeah.
But
having goals and those kinds of things also can be
Absolutely.
part of the medicine that we have. And so I want to thank you for sharing that story, because I want us to realize that we all do go through periods in our life where change happens, where our bodies don't function like we want them to, where we are not perhaps going through the best of times. But during the time of healing, there are things that contribute to that, and we also get to reflect about how God had created these bodies, made us amazing. And even with the imperfections that we may experience, there can be joy, there can be healing, there can be wholeness. And so I hope today that one of the things that you who are listening to this realize is how precious you are. How connected you are. We have the opportunity to be with God and with each other, and that we find our joy doing that. And so we're going to end today with a blessing for healing, a blessing for the body, thinking about our bodies as God's temple. And so I'm going to do part of the reading, and Kennedy's going to be doing the part of the reading as well. So listen to these words. Blessed is the body that offers hugs on hard days, whose curves fit our pets and our kids and our partners, whose hands hold another alongside hospital beds and in nursing homes and at the altar and on the first day of school, whose breasts nurse and legs run to chase littles, and whose toes balance us on the earth, whose wrinkles tell stories of laughs and tears and worries.
blessed are the imperfect, fragile bodies, this flesh and bone, these cells that sometimes duplicate for no reason whatsoever, this skin that is stitched together with scars and stretch marks and fine lines.
Blessed is the body, because it is a home, not just for us, but for those who love us. And sometimes you just need to stand in front of the mirror and take off all your clothes and remember that this body, your body, is God's home address. Maybe so in your life, maybe so in our lives today, that we remember that God is with us and has created us and is doing good things in us. And so remember, Florence Christian Church, Disciples of Christ Congregation in Florence, Kentucky, you can find more about our church at www.florencechristian.org. And come join us on a Sunday. We have services at 9 and 11, and we would welcome all of you to come and join us if you're in town. God bless you. Have a great day.